So Caitlin Clark had a brilliant, in my opinion, 3.5 quarters today. A disastrous couple of plays down the stretch. And all in all, a game that would be a 9.5 out of 10 if she was just a regular old rookie. But for an MVP candidate, you got to go 6 out of 10. And Caitlin Clark herself was talking right after about the play that I felt was probably the worst play of her career up to this point. Basically, what happened was Caitlin Clark had 2 possessions earlier. They're down by 6. Caitlin hits a 3. They're back to 3. They get a stop. Caitlin makes a great pass to Aaliyah Boston. They're back to 1. So Caitlin has all the momentum. She goes on individual runs. Caitlin comes down and gets a huge block. She's out in transition. She has an opportunity to either pull for the transition 3 or and go for the biggest momentum shot possible, or attack the basket. And she decided to just throw the ball to their team. Like, I don't even know. I can't even say she was trying to pass it to Temi Fagbenle. She just threw the ball to the other team. The pass wasn't on. It wasn't accurate. She just threw the ball to the Lynx. Like, and here she is talking about it in the press conference.
I mean, I think it starts defensively. I think get a stop. I mean, it's going to be hard to win a game when they outscore you by 17 points in a quarter. It's impressive that we got it back to 1 point. And honestly, I thought we played really good in the fourth. And my turnover in transition is what I felt like really kind of ended the momentum for us.
At the same time, like, Kelsey Mitchell did immediately hit a 3 the next possession. Like, they did get it back to 1 again. But at the same time, she is right. Like, even though it was back to 1, that was the, like, I think they might have been, that was the, like, it could have been a 7-0 run in 25 seconds to get the lead.
I think it was 78-77. I got a block and a steal, and we were running in transition, and honestly made just a really bad read. I thought the girl was going to come over. She never ended up coming over. So I think defensively is where it has to start. Our first quarter defense was really good. Every quarter besides that was Third quarter was bad. So I think just continue to get better. But we had moments, especially to begin the fourth quarter too, that were a lot better than the other two.
The one thing I don't like about that is her saying that they played good defense in the first quarter. They didn't. The Minnesota Lynx just missed shots. Like, that is the big issue with this team. Is that, like, they didn't play... They played worse offense in the third quarter. They didn't actually play worse defense in the third quarter. The problem is when the Fever don't score, they're a bad transition defensive team. They're a bad transition defensive team. They're just a bad half-court defensive team in general. But their tactic is leave you wide open, pray you miss. And they missed early. They missed. So, I don't like being like, oh, we played good defense the first quarter. No, they didn't. They did not play defense. The other team just missed. Courtney Williams, the shots that she was making late in the game, she was missing. Simple as that. So, agreed, way to own it. Not all her fault. The third quarter happened, but yeah, the momentum was killer. In fairness, Caitlin Clark did almost single-handedly bring them back into the game at times during that fourth quarter. Agree with this take. Wish she would have shot the 3. She's great because she can reflect on things unbiased way and be held accountable for herself or her team. Processing things the right way, improving continuously is how you set yourself on a path to greatness. Couldn't set myself better. Accountability was absolutely a bad read. As Temi would have struggled to control the pass, even made it through. I don't even think she just threw it to the other team. Larger issues the Fever's defensive team. You can't leave shooters open to help them against the Lynx. Hopefully this will be the time the coaching staff makes an adjustment after watching film. I hope the comment is they leave shooters open. It's not like we never faced them before. How hard is it to not leave shooters open? They left them open last time. When you see every player dig down to the paint, that's not a player issue. It's a defensive scheme. Therefore, it's on the coaches. Outside of that, there's still perimeter defensive issues. I stand by that. Like, it is the issue of the defensive scheme. I have a video. It's coming out after this, and it's basically about that. And it's like the Lynx have exposed that Christy Sides actually can't coach defense. Like, I don't know if she can coach offense. I think her in-game adjustments are non-existent, that she can't coach defense. I don't know if she can coach offense or Caitlin Clark is just that good that you don't really have to coach offense when you just have Caitlin Clark on your team. But, like, she cannot in any way coach defense. But, yeah. Like, I do like that though. Like I like the fact that Caitlin Clark is like we saw after what was it? Like obviously Kelsey Mitchell is upset. You're gonna be upset coming out, whereas you're gonna be really happy coming out after wins. Like we are playing, or they're playing the the Dream, playing the Dream. I think in their next game, which is look, that is a must win. Like the Mercury are losing games, so it's not like the Mercury are still an entire game behind without a tiebreak. So for the Fever, because it is aces after that. Like Sunday at 9 p.m. or 9 p.m. my time, 4 Eastern time. It's a game against the Dream. Like that is a must-win game. Ironically, you kind of don't want to win because the Chicago Sky have to play the Dream as well, and the Sky are very, very comfortably beating the Sparks team that are playing against the Sky right now versus the Sparks team that play against the Fever. Like they do not they're jogging around. Like this Sparks team is embarrassingly bad. Like how the Fever did not absolutely cook the Sparks. Like very clearly the Fever were sleepwalking. The Sparks absolutely suck. But that Atlanta Dream game is huge. Like sweep Atlanta for the year. I don't think the Fever have swept anyone this year. The Fever can sweep Atlanta. So that would be a big win because like Ryan Howard when she's on is great. Atlanta did go and beat the Dallas Wings today. And obviously they're currently in the playoffs. They won't be by the end of the Chicago Sky game unless they bottle that one. But it's a big game against a decent Atlanta team. And they've got to step up. Like Parker Tyus is out for the rest of the year. So it's an Atlanta Dream team that is playing Naz Hillman 23 minutes who doesn't play offense. And that's kind of the only thing is that you've got players like Naz Hillman who aren't really offensive players and just aren't great players in general that you kind of can leave. So it's like, it's just about stopping Ryan. Lexi Hull's done a good job on Ryan Howard. It's really about can you stop Tina Charles and can you just go and just be solid. Just be solid. Like it can't be like last time where it's a 20-point lead and we start letting the team back into it. Start letting the Dream back into it. It's just got to be a big win. But I like Caitlin Clark taking accountability for that. And hopefully down the stretch, her decision making is better. Look, she's been one of the better clutch players in the W this year. And hopefully, this is another game where, like, one where she comes back even stronger in the next game. She's got a day break, and then has got to come out big time against Atlanta because the Fever do not want to fall to 7. No matter what. Under no circumstances do the Fever want to face the Lynx. I think the Fever beat the Sun. No chance against the Lynx at all.